channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. I am a first grade teacher in Central Florida, and this is day 2 of Classroom Setup. I'll put a link in the description box down below for my other Classroom Setup series. I have all different size classrooms and shapes and all kinds of things in my Classroom Setup series to give you ideas if you need it, and just changes over the years. So please go back and check those out. I just walked in the door. It's about 7:40ish in the morning. I'm trying to get here earlier and earlier each day just to get myself back in the routine of waking up early and all the good things. So I am going to insert a clip here. I kind of did a quick span of the room, so I'll insert that here. Okay, friends, so we just walked into the classroom. I thought I would go ahead and kind of give you a quick overview of the room, just a real quick run through where I'm at right now. Library, that has got all of our games, all my tubs and stuff in it. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with this area yet, but it's there. I don't remember. I told you in my day 1 setup video that I moved this over here because I didn't like it. I had it over there and I didn't like it. So that's like all of my math manipulatives. Again, I don't know how I feel about it over here because I want it to be purposeful and useful. So I may end up putting books over there and moving my math manipulative somewhere else, but that's where we're at. I have done a pretty decent job getting all of this stuff emptied. So the cubbies are empty. Books, teacher space, carpet area, and yeah, that's what we're looking at this morning. So yeah, that's where we're at. I feel a little bit more overwhelmed coming in today because I think I said this Friday, I always make a really big mess before I get things organized. So day 2 is usually more of me standing around trying to figure out what's going to work, what's going to be best, where I'm going to move things. As I just said in my little intro section, I don't really like that the math stuff is over here with where the couch is. I do have a full class load of kiddos as of right now. I have 19, so I'm going to need all of the seats that I can possibly get. So what may end up happening is that may get moved back to the front of the room, and I may get another one of those from IKEA, just the shorter one, if I can get it, and have it with books over here, and this be my library. I don't really know. I don't really know what to do about my library because that's my library over there. And the kids love to sit in the tent and have that space in the tent. It's kind of a perfect little library nook. I mean, over the years it may work out differently, but as of right now, that's kind of how things are. I may have to get another set of these tables, which I don't really want to do because I don't have the chairs for those tables. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting, you guys. I don't know. It's been since before COVID that I've had to worry about this because when the year that, which is 2019, 2020 school year, that year I didn't have a full class. I had 17, 18 most of the year, so it worked and it fit with my flexible seating arrangement. And then the year after that, the kids had to be spread apart at desks and at tables where they had lots of space in between them. So I had like 3 kids at each table. I had a lot more tables crammed in my classroom. I'm pretty sure I have a classroom set up on that year. And I think I had 20, 21 that year, but I still had them pretty spread apart because that classroom was bigger. And then the year after that, I had probably 18, 19, but it worked with the groupings of tables that I had and the positions. So I don't know. It'll be interesting this year. I only have 19 on my roster as of right now, which that can always change. But I always like to plan for 20. Even though we're supposed to cap out at 18, I always like to plan for the 20. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to work here. Originally in this space, I wanted it to be a library for them that I had a little bit more control over, but that's not going to work because of the cubbies. I think that's just creating problems. This is going to probably get flipped around the other direction once I get the room actually done and set up. I don't know. I was going to put something over here that they could use during centers, make this like a center. But math, I mean, the math stuff is not. Maybe I could have the math stuff on the bottom, stay put, and then have like tubs of other things on the top. I don't know. This is always what happens on day 2. So just bear with me today. I try to like talk things out and like walk through the mess. I'm going to fire on with what I was doing to sort my books. When I left on Friday, I was sorting my books over here. I was trying to get them out of this area. This one box is what I want to put down in storage, which is just end of the year ocean books, that sort of thing. I just want to have that down in storage. I have a big pile of giveaway books, so I'm going to see if anybody in my school wants any of those, and if not, then I'm going to take them to some of the little outdoor libraries that we have in our neighborhoods down here in Florida and donate books between those. And then maybe like the kids' doctor's office because they always need books there too. So I don't know. I'm going to just kind of get started and I'll chit chat with you in a little bit. Hi friends. So it has been a little bit since I checked in with you. I actually was like really working through some of those things and kind of got into my groove, and we had a meeting of people that are on a particular committee for our school, and I thought it was going to be like a little 45 minute meeting, and it ended up being a 3-hour PD. So I basically got back in here about an hour ago, and I still feel like I've gotten quite a bit done, but not nearly where I wanted to be at this point. I was hoping to be basically completely done with like sorting and moving and organizing today, and then tomorrow I could like refine things and like organize my desk and then kind of fix up this cabinet a little bit. And I don't think I'm going to be there. In fact, I think what I'm going to do for the remainder of today is work on my cabinet, sort and kind of organize, because that'll take me a couple hours, and then tomorrow I can kind of pick up. And I'll wait and show you like what the room looks like towards the end of today before I pack up and leave, because there's no reason for me to walk around and do it now. I have moved things about 4 times back and forth from the area over here by my couch, over there by my couch, whoop, right there, and over here on my carpet. I have moved this gray shelf that kind of houses my books that we're kind of currently reading. I have moved it 4 times at least in just the hour I've gotten back. So, and I'll probably move it again. I've also moved the shelf that was over by that math shelf that was over here. I have moved it twice into different spots, and I don't know. It all may end up getting switched back after students come in. Who knows? But right now where I'm at, I have gotten all of my books, knock on wood, all of my books put in their homes. I have a lot of books, and I know that I need to clean out a little bit, but I just don't have time to do all of that all at once. That would take me at least another 2 days to sort through, clean out, and I just want to do it a little at a time. I think I can be more effective if I do it as I go this year. So that's my goal. And kind of replace books as I go as well with things that are a little bit more up-to-date, current. And also, we have to be careful of books. They have to have been scanned that our students have access to. So I don't know as the years go on if I will have a full-on library in my classroom. I never thought I'd say that, but with the way things are going now, I just don't know if having a library, if that's going to be feasible, because it takes so much time to make sure that what your students have in access to is approved. So I guess we'll see on that front. Florida's just kind of a very different place to teach. So, and I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot of thought and worry that goes along with everything. So, with that being said, everything is set up right now in my library, and luckily we have a couple weeks into school before I'll have to worry about that. So, as of right now, I've got my library done. I have like my front of the room set up. I have like this teacher space set up. I have my kids' tables situated, and I have like a science of reading, like an OG word work station set up. And that's about as far as I've gotten. I'm going to work on this cabinet here behind me. It's not really that bad. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I know that it looks a lot worse than what it is. Some of that's just kind of shoved in there. I think I want another one of these right here for the front of my room. The small one, not the big giant one. Or I want another one of these for where I moved my big one, and I want to move my bigger one back in the front, and I may put my books there later on. I'm not going to go doing anything drastic right now. We're going to just kind of see how it goes. But that is the plan. So I'm going to work on that crazy cabinet. And before I leave, it is, let's see, 12:50 right now. I plan on filming just a kind of walkthrough. However, I am not going to do a separate day 2, day 3 classroom setup video. I'm just going to keep today and tomorrow's all in one shebang video. That way it kind of saves space and time, and you know, I don't really feel like you need separate videos of all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. Morning, friends. It is Tuesday. I think I left off just kind of talking you through what had been going on yesterday. I ended up not getting a whole lot done, which is a major bummer. I did get some furniture moved around, but I'm not really happy with how my room is looking. It's just there's something missing. There's something bothering me. So I'm going to flip you around and talk you through where I'm at right now. My goal today is to figure out whatever it is that's bugging me about the organization. I want to get the rest of the stuff put away. I want to get my labels made for my bins and that cabinet, which that should take me about 10-15 minutes. And then I want to start getting my student labels and stuff done because I think we should have our class list, our final class list here in a little bit. So, and I want to get boxes and the rest of the stuff put away. I don't know if I said that already. So I'm going to flip you around and show you kind of my areas. I'm just going to walk you through the areas that I don't really know. So this is my big book stand. I was going to get rid of it, but I have so many big books. I hate to get rid of the stand for them. What I may end up doing is putting those on top of my cabinet over there, kind of flat, so they're protected a little bit more, and getting rid of the stand. I just don't know yet. If I got rid of the stand, I don't really know what I would want over here along that wall other than that shelf again. So I moved that shelf because I didn't like that all my math stuff, oh, I lost a label. Didn't like that all my math stuff was over there. It just looked funny to me to have like this cute little couchy area and then have my math stuff on that wall. And no, I do not want to move that over there because I did not like that over there. Now, I also don't want to move that over there because that's like my books that I don't want the students to have access to without me specifically putting it in their hand, because those are really nice books, or books that I use every single year for teaching, my SEL books, that sort of thing. So I don't want to move that over there. So right now, this is here. Now, it's okay. It's great, right? That was up there. My husband thinks I should put it back up there, and that I should get rid of that stand, possibly, and put that little shelf back over there, or something along those lines. I could also move that somewhere else. I've got plenty more time to set up classrooms, so I really need some kind of guidance and advice. If you guys see something that I don't see, I have moved this shelf. Yesterday I moved it 4 separate times. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4. Back and forth between that area, because I wanted my big book stand up front, and then I didn't want my big book stand up front. I don't mind my big book stand where it is right now. It just still bugs me. I sit up here, so I think the thing that's bothering me is that flat up against the wall. So maybe, and I could move that over here. I could move that over there. I could move that back up there and move that over there. I don't know. What do you guys think? I probably will play around with it several times today, but I'm going to move some furniture around and play around with it. My husband's coming up this afternoon to help me get the rest of my stuff technology wise where I want it. Like I want to move my document camera up front. So there's that too. You guys, I don't know. At least everything else is pretty much done. It's just like the little things now. I got to get that moved out of here. I got to get this whole stack moved out of here. I got to move my trash cans to where they're supposed to go. That sort of thing. Little things, you guys. So I'm going to get busy. This is what it currently looks like. It's throwing me off a little bit. I'm wondering if I can take that one and flip it over on its side and make it long, like that way. So I'm gonna try that, and then I'm also gonna move my gray cabinet over there and see if I like that. So let's try that. Back down. So I moved that back there. I think I like that. I'm going to get like a little tub for right here for all of our book buddies. And this is going to be one library where I control what they read. And it may be the main library eventually. I can move my tent over here like next year and put it in that spot, which I might do. So we'll see. This is the front now. I like it better. Still, I have to put my rug back. It's still, it's just off to me because it's not the same heights. I don't know, it's weird, but I like it better. I still don't know if I'm going to keep that, but this saves me from going and buying anything at the moment because I needed some place to put my, what's it called? Document camera. Goodness gracious. I needed a place to put my document camera. It has to be plugged in on the side. So I can put my document camera right there. If I wanted to have my laptop up here hooked up to my computer, I can do that. So that's going to stay there like that, I think. I don't know. It still throws me off. I need to move that tub. But I think because I'm probably going to get an easel or a stand of some sort, I think I can put that there. I just don't know. I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, you guys. I just realized my commercial was on from I'm watching Shark Week still. So I'm going to roll with this. I'm going to work on labels. I'm going to get the stuff out of here. I'm going to kind of live with this for a little bit, fix that label. I don't think I made labels for some of that stuff last year. I definitely, one of the goals that I have this year is to downsize some of my stuff that we don't use very often to like either box it and bin it up and put it in storage and make more use of this. This might look really nice if it was books, like all of those books over here. But I need to figure out what to do with some of this stuff. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Doesn't have to be done today. Friends, oh, I gotta sneeze. Goodness. So I got into this cabinet to get my glue boxes out. If you have never done or don't know how to do glue boxes, I'm gonna just do a quick update on them. So I thought I would show you real quick all I do. I have had these for, well, since COVID, because I made, right after, well, it would have been this would be 2 years now, I guess, because 2021 is when I made this particular set. Right after, like when we came back, because 2020 we had individual glue boxes. So I did these brand new ones right the year after that, kind of when everything was kind of getting a little bit more situated. So they are still soaking wet. We haven't used them probably since about March, but you can see how much glue is still in there. The sponge is soaking wet. No, they do not stink. They smell like glue. So all I do is every time we use them, I just flip the sponge. The sponge is soaked still. I add just a smidgy of glue at the bottom. I spray it real quick. And then I put it back up, and they have lasted. Now, when I prepped these, I don't remember what video I did that in, but I'll just tell you now, I did sprinkle, like very lightly, a little bit of mouthwash on the sponge prior to, and then let that kind of soak in and get in there prior to doing the glue boxes, just to make sure that if they did have an odor, I could kind of pinpoint ahead of time if it was the glue or the sponge molding. Nothing. This has been 2 years. I've used them solid for 2 years. Last year we didn't use them as much as I have in the past, so that makes a difference with how much glue that you're going to need to add. But I haven't gotten a new one of these in several years, and it's lasted me. And I just buy those, or like if the kids bring in bottles of glue, I'll dump a couple of those bottles in here. But I haven't had to buy a new one of those. So I'm going to refill these and put those back up in the cabinet up there and check back in with you. So they're back in there, all done. I kind of wanted to do like labels for these today, but we'll see. And those up there, we'll see. I don't know if I showed you this, but there's all of my books. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some. There's some of my books up there as well. But I don't know if I've ever talked about what I do for student birthdays. Every student on their birthday, they get a hat. One year I bought Baby Shark little cone hats and I just wrote happy birthday on it. I've done the crowns, but because I'm the shark teacher, the kids like shark hats. So I'm going to go on Amazon and see if I can find. Last year I had ones that looked like the shark was around its head, around the student's head. They loved those, and I just write happy birthday real big on it. So they get a crown, they get a birthday card personalized from me. I've always given them a wrapped book. This year I'm going to give them two, hopefully. I'm going to give them a wrapped book, and then everybody, and then that's unique to them. Like, I pick out books on Scholastic that are unique to them, with my like first Scholastic order. If I have students that have come in August that have a birthday before I've had a chance to do my first Scholastic order, then I have like kind of a backup section of books that I kind of pick through in my cabinet, in my piles up there. Actually, I think I moved them over there. But everybody this year, I found these on Scholastic. So everybody's going to get one of those, so that won't be a surprise. So I don't wrap that one. I wrap the book that's custom to them. Every student gets a happy birthday necklace. These are just from the Dollar Tree. Every student gets a little shark tooth necklace to celebrate. And of course, we sing happy birthday and do all the things. In the past, when it was my student's birthday, they got to wear the shark birthday cape. So I need to remember to do that this year. I forgot last year, and then I didn't want to like do it halfway in the year and have all of those other kids miss it. So I just didn't do it. So that's what those look like. I try to prep the birthday cards ahead of time for them so that it's easier and I remember, because I'm really bad about forgetting, and the kids will come in and go, "It's my birthday." So I try to prep the birthday cards ahead of time, and then like I said, I get the books in September. I'll get like one of those 20 for 20 book deals and just try to go through and pick out the book that kind of suits them best. And then I have, like I said before, some backup books if those don't work. So there's that, and then all of the other stuff is real easy. I kind of set it out on their table in the morning, so when they come in, they have a little present. They all know it's a book, but they just don't know which book. And then this year, they're going to have the happy birthday, the old lady swallowed a birthday cake book, which I was super excited. I got those for a super good deal at the end of last year, and I just ordered a class set. So there's that. I did get this off my Amazon wish list. My mother-in-law bought me. I think I showed it to you in my other video. I've been playing around with it just to write like student names on it. I just was starting with like the months, and then look what I did, you guys. I don't know if you can see that. It says Jude, not June. So I was doing the months of the year for my cards, my calendar cards, and it's super easy. It just runs off an app, and then you press print. It's just too small. The print's too small, so I'm going to reprint it. I'm sure that the refills for this are quite expensive, so I'm going to try to make good use out of it, and then hopefully not have to reorder much until next year. I don't know. I don't know what the cost on those label refills are. So I'm going to get my laptop out, and I'm going to start making labels for some of my student stuff. It's very odd to me not to see on top of these bins, these cubbies, not to see their individual bins, but it was such a mess last year. So originally they were supposed to be book bins, for like all of their little books and readers and library books and everything else to stay in, but it was just a mess. It was a constant mess over there. I have bought the IKEA paper book bins before and taped those up, and that was for like their books that they would get from reading group, their decodables, that sort of thing that they would have, or like any book that, like little book that we would do. They could keep it all in there, and then they would take that home at the end of the year and have all of those books in a spot.
Please, may I have your attention, please?
That's our fire alarm.
Fire alarm reported in the building. Please proceed to the nearest exit and evacuate the building. May I have your attention?
Can I just say we don't hear that? It needs to go way louder.
There has been a fire alarm reported in the building. Please
I don't know if you can even see.
and evacuate the building. May I have your attention, please? May I have
Crazy.
your attention, please?
Anyway, I don't think I'm going to do the book boxes this year.
Reported in the building. Please proceed to the nearest exit and evacuate the building.
I don't even know what I'm going to do for hook situation.
Please. There has been a fire alarm reported in the building.
6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire alarm reported in the building.
I don't know.
Please proceed to the nearest exit and evacuate the building. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire alarm reported in the building.
I don't know how long this is going to go on for, so I'll check back in with you in a minute. Okay, so I just wanted to show this before I wrote student names on it. This was just kind of a quick idea that I got yesterday, I think it was. Just to kind of help me with birthdays, because I have planned on maybe putting like a birthday board or something up there. But I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to hang it. Maybe over here, maybe up here. I don't know. But in the meantime, I wanted to know my student birthdays. So I just took an old whiteboard that I had, wrote the months in a Sharpie, and yes, I'll show you that. Yes, this will erase. I'll show you how to do that later. But now I'm just going to go through and write my student names on it, and I'm going to just hang this in the cabinet where all my birthday stuff is, like on the inside door of that cabinet, because it's real small and it's just a real quick reference. Also, something else that I was working on were my school box labels. I do have, I think, what my student list will be, with the exception of a couple, so I'm not printing anything yet. But basically, I write student names, I type those in here, and then we have these QR code for login shortcuts for our students as their login and password. And that goes here in the middle of that. See if I can show you one without like showing you student name. See, just like that. And then like the student name is above that. And those get glued onto their school boxes. Since we have flexible seating, I like for them to have their name tag always with them, so I know whose stuff belongs to who. And then this way it just gets glued down to their school boxes. So I was working on that and I thought I'd share. Okay, try to imagine. So one of you guys actually suggested I get this shelf in here and put it like that. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if I like it, maybe. And then have, I mean, obviously this one won't be here. Take all of those off of there, put them on there, and then those won't have to be in tubs. Put those on there, kind of organize it like that. So that's an option. I do like having the shelf in here. I think I am definitely going to keep it, but I don't know if I want it like that. Just ignore that, because that one's going to go over there. But just ignore that. So I don't know if I want it like that or if I want to put that one right there. Move some of this stuff down a little bit and move my filing cabinet. I'm going to live with it for a little bit and see which one I like. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I picked up a ball. I don't know if I said in my yesterday's video that I had 2 of those last year from Lakeshore with the little feetsies on them. One of my students busted both of them in the span of about a week and a half. So I was going to go down to Lakeshore and get more of them, but they're kind of expensive at Lakeshore, even with the feet on them, which I do like because, you know, obviously that rolls. It was over here and it's going to roll. I have used all kinds of tricks and stuff for it. It's a hot mess. So I'm not going to mess with that. But those are cheap at Walmart. That is like $11 at Walmart. So that's all it is. It's a yoga ball. It's the 55 size, whatever it is, 55 centimeters, whatever. That's the perfect size for my particular kids. If I went any bigger, it wouldn't fit underneath the table. So I went and picked up one of those to test it out, and I'll probably go back and get 2 more. Just because it's cheaper. Hi. So, you know what I just was sitting here thinking? I wonder if I can put that shelf behind me. Hear me out. Still move all of this. Have like my small group stuff over here. Laptop, that sort of thing, because I don't really need anything to plug my laptop into. Move my filing cabinet. Have that big shelf on this side of the wall instead. I wish I had moved all this furniture around before I loaded my white shelf down, because that's heavy. And it's cheap, so it's not like I can move it too much. It's just a cheap IKEA one for like $10. I'm scared to like start moving stuff. It's about to get real messy in here. I am gonna let you see what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but it's about to get real messy in here. Okay. Ignore all of the junk that I had to move on my desk that's not put away. I think this is my favorite way so far. Having that over there, obviously this will get tidied up. Having a pathway to both sides. I'm gonna have my computer set up over here. I'm gonna move that over there. So all of my laptop stuff, printer, everything will be all over here together. Okay, we're gonna roll with this for right now. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. There we go. I know it kind of looks rowish, but it looks really good in person because of the different depths of everything. And my table, I'm gonna turn a little more sideways because I always had this issue here. So now I can kind of ding it sideways, and I think it'll be really good. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this shelf now, but I'm not gonna get rid of it. So I might put this over here and put like all the stuffies on it, or I could put this underneath the window and put the stuffies on it underneath the window with books that they can have access to or something along that line. So, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I haven't decided on that one yet. So I like it so much better. I'm gonna be able to decorate a little bit more over there. I can fit a ton of books still on it. Look how much space I still have left, you guys. So I can go and pick, I think I'm gonna probably pull my chapter books down that are up there and put those on there. And then that way I can use that for my bulletin board stuff and pocket charts and all that storage. So much better. I still have a whole box of like all my ocean books. I could technically probably fit those in down here. Okay. I don't know if I told you guys when I was pulling up the stuff off my floor, my sit spots yesterday, but if you are a new teacher, or a fairly new teacher, get yourself a toolbox. I've had this stuff for probably my entire teaching career, and I've only needed a little bit of it, but when I've needed it, I've had it, and it's been phenomenal. I've just got some like string in here. This is like wax string, so stuff doesn't slip like it does on regular string. A really heavy duty staple gun, which I don't even use anymore, but I did it first when I was having to staple pocket charts and stuff up to the wall. It was an older school, so that I could do that. A little screwdriver kit with the different heads. This is like a scraper that I've used several times on like notebooks and things. Several different packs of screws. I probably have way too much. I have old locks in here from something, I don't know. Oh, I think I used to have to lock my cabinets. Some pliers. I think that's what those are called. I've got a couple different sizes of those. That's probably what I've used the most between that and my hammer. So I just keep this in my classroom. It is so old and cruddy, but I have used it so much. So if you are starting out teaching, definitely go ahead and like stockpile some of this stuff. I don't know where my hammer is. I'll have to find it. And I just keep mine slid way under there so that I always have a few little supplies. And also my little dustpan thing. That's just because I have carpet. If I had this kind of floor again, like I did the first couple years of my teaching, I would have a actual broom. That way I don't have to bend over. This is just for like quick spills and stuff. Oh, so that's that. Hi friends. Okay, so I feel like I'm done. I'm done as much as I can get done. My husband was supposed to come up this afternoon and help me with a few things, but I think that I have everything kind of squared away. So I don't think I'm gonna need him up here. I'm gonna flip you around and kind of walk you through the setup of everything, but other than like little things here and there over the next couple of days, I'm done. So I'm feeling pretty proud. I'm gonna flip you around and kind of give you the tour. Okay friends, so I'm just gonna start from my normal corner. Here we go. Here is the setup of everything. Now this is going bye-bye, so that's going with me, but this is what we're looking at. I'm just gonna do a very quick span, walk you through. Library hasn't changed. I think in the future this is going to be a writing nook for my students, or maybe this might be where I do phonics, but I don't know that I'll have a library next year. In fact, I may end up pulling it down this year, depends on what happens with our libraries, but that's it for right now. Was able to put my 2 bins up there. I've got all of my books put away. You already saw what's in that. Not much different over here. I am still on the hunt for one of these. I did go to Staples the other day and they did not have them. So I'm gonna have to find one, but there's my bins. This is going to be our word work slash phonics type area. I don't need to move him back. Get some cords to put away. I moved that cabinet over here, so it's looking good. This is going to be my STEM station. I'm digging it. I'm going to get a bin for these that don't fit in these. I'm going to get some more of these from Walmart. So I think I'm going to get 6 more of those. Actually 5, because I've got one down there, and then they'll just go down there at the bottom, and I have 2 extra bins. That's okay for right now. And then I'm going to have like just a bin for those, like a small bin. This is the area, you guys. I am loving it. Loving it. I'm so glad I did it this way. I'm so glad I went and got that shelf. I'm so organized over here. Everything is plugged in, working. It's all good. And then we have our carpet area. I did move my gray shelf back over here. I plan on sitting over here with my students. I don't know that that will stay there very long, but I did move my document camera. I'm having some issues with my computer, so my husband will have to come help me with that, or I'll have to get our tech guy when they're not busy. But everything is set up. I need to put that up back on the shelf. And I just have to get stuff for my bulletin board, which is what I'm doing now. I'm leaving to go get bulletin board stuff. So let me spin you through one more time. There's the room set up. It's all, not done as far as meet the teacher, but it's set up for back to school. Okay, you guys, that's it. Classroom setup is all done. Now on to organization, getting ready for meet the teacher, all of the back to school things, but I'm feeling really good. I hope you enjoyed this series. Please don't forget to check out all of my other videos on my channel. Go back and watch day 1. I will put it in the cards up above, and I will link all of my other classroom setup videos. And I hope you guys get back to school, have a wonderful start to your school year, get your classroom set up, and just enjoy. And I will see you next time. Bye.